Hello, guys. Hello. So let's see our next unit. Let's go to unit number 3. Let's go to unit number 3, please. Let's see. Let's go to page 22 and 23. So let's start. So, unit number 3. Keep on traveling. Comparative superlative. Okay, useful adjective. Tourist or traveler. So it says, look at the title of the quiz. What is the difference between tourist and a traveler? So number 1 says, I want to go a different country, try unusual food, and have an adventure. I prefer to stay in nice hotels, visit famous sites, and have a good time. Okay, so that is the difference here. Now, let's go to the vocabulary practice. Useful adjective. Let's go to the page 141. Underline all the adjective in the speech bubble that we have here. So let's see here. Let's go to the adjective first. So this is useful adjective. Adjectives that are really important. Match the adjective in the box with the pictures 1 to 12 and listen and check. Okay, we're going to listen and match. Okay, and let's go on.
3.1. 1.
Crowded.
Crowded, that's number 1.
2,
Quiet.
Quiet.
3,
Ancient.
Ancient.
4,
Ugly.
Ugly.
5,
Lively.
Like.
6,
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
7,
Famous.
Famous.
8,
Busy.
Busy.
9,
Unusual.
Unusual.
10,
Polluted.
Polluted.
11,
Modern.
Modern.
12,
Messy.
Messy. Okay, good. So we got crowded, quiet, Asian, ugly, lively, uncomfortable, famous, busy, unusual, polluted, modern, and messy. Okay, these are the useful adjective we have here. So it's really important that you learn that adjective, okay? So also we got some exercise here. It says choose the correct word to complete the sentence. So you have to read the context of the sentence. According to this, you answer. For example, our hotel room was really, so I have uncomfortable, quiet. We complained to the manager. So number 1 is uncomfortable because we complain, nos quejamos con el gerente. Yeah, because our hotel room was very uncomfortable. Okay, so 1 minute to complete the activity, 1 minuto, pausa el video y vamos trabajando. Okay, go. Okay, let's check. Let's do it a little bit fast to make no longer the video. Vamos para hacer no tan largo el video. So we got Petra is one of the most famous archaeological sites in the Middle East. You will love this restaurant. It's always very lively. Okay, we got 4. We went to the beach for our vacations, but the water was really polluted. It's impossible to get on the bus on the buses at rush hour because they are so crowded. Horas pico, rush hour. If you go to Egypt, don't miss the ancient temples in Luxor and Aswan. We love Vietnam. The streets were really busy with all kinds of vehicles and people. 8. We went all around the world and all he bought me was an only keyring. Okay, keyring. 9. We went for a walk away from downtown and found some quiet streets. Okay, good. 10. We saw some very unusual animals when we went to Australia. 11. There's a new building downtown. It's really modern. 12. The children's room are always messy when they're on summer vacation. So important here. Now, let's come back. Then we have to complete the text with the correct adjective. Vamos usando los adjetivos que están arriba y vamos a completarlos. Así, 1 minuto. Listo, vamos a revisar. Let's go because of the time. Let's do it here. Vamos. So, my first trip to a foreign country was in 2015 when I visited Cambodia. Okay, good, Cambodia. Excellent. My favorite place was Angkor Wat, which is one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world. There are hundreds of ancient temples from the 12th century in an area of over 1 kilometer square. It's a very unusual place, but I'm really glad I went. I went very early in the morning because it gets very busy later in the day and the buses get crowded. You can visit the site by yourself or hire a guy who can show you around and explain everything. Remember not to wear uncomfortable shoes because you have to walk a lot. Okay, that is also important. Now let's come back to page 22 here. So here we get. Take the quiz in pairs, write down your answers here. Okay, so you have to choose your correct answer here. That is personal. Esto es personal. Debe escoger su propia respuesta, por ejemplo. Number 1. What do you usually do on vacations? I try to see the most famous sites in the city or visit the big museums. Or I like to go somewhere unusual and discover new things. Which one do you prefer? ¿Cuál prefieren? ¿Visitar museos, lugares muy bonitos, así con una buena vista? ¿O algo inusual, descubrir cosas nuevas? So you have to choose. This is personal. Esto es personal. So you have to choose the correct answer. So here it says complete the chart with the comparative and superlative adjective from the quiz. You can complete other forms. Okay, so you have comparative and superlative here. Vamos, ubique, famous, el comparativo de famous, cheap, happy, far, good, and bad. Búsquelo en el texto, por favor. Los comparativos y superlativos. Vamos. Listo, vamos a ver dónde están. What are the comparative and the superlative? Vamos buscándolo. Let's do it like this. Okay. So we got famous, more famous, the most famous, cheap, cheaper, the cheapest, happy, happier, the happiest, far, further, the furthest, good, better, the best, bad, worse, the worst. Okay, please, do it. ¿Lo tienen? Vamos. So let's go to the next page here. Okay, verse 5. Match sentences 1 to 5 with the correct meaning, A or B. Then we're going to read the grammar marks. So we got here. Reading guidebooks isn't as good as talking with local people. Or reading guidebook is as good as talking with local people. So this one isn't as good as, so we have to zoom in here. Let's see here. Let's see, because I think that's correct. I'll try again. Good. So that is, reading guidebooks isn't as good as talking with local people. Is reading guidebooks is worse than talking with local people. Okay, you have to write down the letter. Ustedes tienen que escribir la letra, busque la oración. Reading guidebook is as good as talking with local people. Reading guidebooks and talking with local people are equally good. Okay, so write down. So now let's go to the grammar box. Ahora sí vamos a la cajita gramática. So we have comparative and superlative. We studied this on the previous levels. Estudiamos ya esto en los niveles anteriores. When we talk about comparative and superlative, cuando hablamos de los comparativos y de los superlativos, ¿se acuerdan? A ver, tal como lo dice un comparativo, una oración que compara, ¿no? Dos cosas, dos animales, dos personas. Compara, for example. Your hotel is cheaper than my hotel. Para esto voy a utilizar adjetivos, los que vimos, ¿no? Cheap, exciting, big, tall, famous, beautiful. Adjetivos. Cuando yo comparo, voy a utilizar ER. Recuerda, your hotel is cheaper than my hotel. Tu hotel es más barato que mi hotel. Cheaper than. Agrego ER cuando es comparativo. Pero esto solo sucede cuando el adjetivo tiene una sílaba. ¿Ya? Cheaper, taller, shorter, bigger. Pero cuando el adjetivo tiene más de dos sílabas, por ejemplo, exciting, beautiful, intelligent, estos adjetivos no se puede colocar ER, sino lo que yo voy a hacer es, the festival is more exciting. Utilizo la palabra more, que more exciting. Then we got the super, eso es comparativo. A ver, Para hacer el comparativo utilizo ER cuando es un adjetivo corto y cuando es un adjetivo más largo utilizo more. Ya saben que esa palabra característica que siempre va a ir es la palabra than. O incluso lo pueden usar de apoyo. Si es que ustedes ven en la oración than, eso significa que es un comparativo. Y digamos que no está la palabra, pues bueno, tienen que ver si está comparando dos cosas. Bueno, es un comparativo. That is really important. Then we got superlative. Luego teníamos los superlativos. This is the biggest museum in the country. Ah, el museo más grande. Recuerden que el superlativo es el que distingue de un grupo algo. Por ejemplo, yo digo, no sé, que Juan es el más alto del salón. Juan is the tallest. Para los superlativos, en cambio, voy a utilizar EST. ¿Sí? EST. ¿Ya? Entonces coloco EST. The castle in the most famous. Asimismo, se dan cuenta que cuando el adjetivo era más largo, utilizábamos more en comparativo, ¿verdad? Pero en el superlativo vamos a utilizar the most famous. So this is the biggest museum in the country. The castle is the most famous building in the city. Most famous. Okay? And then we got not or as. This is another way to make comparative. Esto es nuevo. Pero antes de ir a esto, vamos a dejar claro qué es un comparativo y un superlativo. Vamos viéndolo así. Comparative and superlative. Este tema ya lo habíamos visto, pero igual es bueno recordar un poquito. ¿Ya? What is a comparative and superlative? Comparativo y superlativo. Vamos. Por ejemplo, cuando tiene una sola sílaba, ya sabemos que se aumenta en comparativo ER. Mire, strong, stronger, strongest. Si el comparativo es de una sola sílaba y tiene una consonante, está, mejor dicho, formado por consonante, una vocal corta, consonante, ¿a qué se refiere con vocal corta? El sonido es corto, big. Yo no digo big, el sonido es corto, big. Bigger, biggest. Miren, comparativo ER, superlativo EST. Bueno, está de más decir que si ya está la E, solo se coloca la R y solo se coloca la ST, ¿no? Larger, largest. Si termina en Y, ojo, si termina en Y, happier, happiest. Bueno, se cambia la Y por I latina. There are some cases, hay algunos casos cuando tienen dos sílabas en el cual sí voy a utilizar ER o ambos casos son, puede ser de las dos maneras, ER o coloco more o most en comparativo y superlativo. When there are 3 or more syllables, cuando hay 3 o más sílabas, bueno, ya ustedes lo saben, more expensive, most expensive. Comparativo more, superlativo most. Y luego tenemos las formas irregulares. Las formas irregulares, bueno, hay algunas, pero yo les enseñé y que las dos básicas, ¿no? Que son de good y bad. Let me see if I can find here. Déjenme ver si las encuentro aquí. Good y bad. ¿Ya? Que son las más comunes. Aquí está. Sí, aquí está. A ver, mire. Bueno, ya saben, una sílaba con E, una sílaba con una vocal corta. Si hay de dos sílabas, puede pasar. Bueno, dos sílabas Y. Happier, crazier. Más de dos sílabas. More famous, more beautiful. ¿Ya? More famous, more beautiful. Y las excepciones, ¿no? Los irregulares. Vamos con good y bad. ¿Ok? El comparativo de good es better. El superlativo de good es best. El comparativo de bad, worse. El superlativo de worse, perdón, de bad, worst. ¿Ok? Ojo con eso. ¿Sí? Hay una palabra característica en cada una de estas cosas. Por ejemplo, el comparativo ya vimos que era than. Si se dan cuenta, va than. Casi siempre lo van a encontrar. ¿Ya? Than. Pero en el superlativo está la palabra the biggest, the most famous, the best, the tallest. Mientras en el comparativo voy a utilizar siempre than, en el superlativo voy a utilizar the. ¿Ok? Then we got as. That is another way to make comparative. Hay otra manera de hacer comparativo que es utilizando las palabras as y as, ¿ya? Or not as, for example here. We use as with adjective to say two things are the same. Cuando yo digo que dos cosas son iguales, voy a utilizar as. Pero aquí pasa algo interesante. Cuando yo utilizo esto, el adjetivo no cambia, no se modifica. Sofía is as tall as Jasmine. Sofía es tan alta como Jasmine. The train is as fast as the bus. El tren es tan rápido como el bus. Si ven, utilizo as y en medio va el adjetivo, pero no va a cambiar. ¿Qué pasa si es negativo? Lo mismo, ¿no? We use not as with adjective to say two things are different. Dos cosas que son totalmente diferentes. Por ejemplo, Sofía isn't as tall as Helen. Sofía no es tan alta como Helen. Sofía is less tall than Helen. Miren, negativo. ¿Ya? ¿Qué quiere decir? Sofía que no es tan alta como Helen. Es menos alta que Helen. The bus isn't as expensive as the train. The bus is less expensive than the train. El tren no es tan caro como el tren, o sea, es más barato. ¿Ya? Entonces, cuando yo utilizo as, no cambia. ¿Sí? No cambia para nada. Vamos viendo, dice, listen to Michelle ask 3 friends for advice. Check the advice they recommend. A ver qué nos recomiendan los compañeros. Vamos a escuchar. Escuchamos.
3.3.
Hey, Harry. Guess what? I'm going to Europe this summer. I know you lived in Paris a few years ago. So, what's the best way for me to get around the city?
Well, the subway, or the metro as it's called there, is the quickest way, but you don't get to see the city. So why not rent some roller skates? It's a lot of fun. Or you could take the bus. But the traffic in Paris is really bad, so it's probably not as fast as skating. Yes, I think roller skates are the best option.
Thanks, Harry. I'll think about it. Dan, you know Paris well. What's the best thing to see?
Well, the Eiffel Tower is the most popular place in the city, especially in the summer, but it's very expensive. Then, of course, there's the Louvre. That gets very busy too, and there are too many things to see if you're only there for a few days. I know, go to the Butte-Chaumont Park. It isn't as famous as the other attractions, but it's really beautiful and a lot quieter.
Great. So Butte's... how do you spell that?
Buttes.
So, Charlotte, you're French. I want to try some traditional French food in Paris, but the restaurants are much more expensive than I thought. Do you have any suggestions?
Yes, you're right. Restaurants are very expensive in Paris, and the ones downtown are the worst. How about a picnic?
Aren't there any hamburger restaurants?
Hamburgers? I thought you said you wanted to try something French. Trust me, Michelle, a picnic is perfect for you. Go to a bakery, buy some French bread, and then buy some delicious French cheese. Et voila! It's as cheap as fast food, but it's a lot better in my opinion.
Okay, Charlotte, thanks. Maybe you're right.
Okay, so let's on to the questions. Okay, let's repeat. Please repeat the audio, pause again, and repeat to practice. Es importante que practiquemos el audio. Volverlo a repetir y practicamos. Okay. Let's see the answers. Veamos las respuestas. So number 1, from transportation, they recommended roller skates. Good. So put a tick. In attractions, this says Butte-Chaumont Park. Okay, so that's the attraction. And the food, a picnic. Okay, so click there. Sorry, put a match here. Check. Now, listen to the pronunciation, please. Vamos a escuchar la pronunciación. Listen.
3.4. 1,
The metro is the quickest way.
The metro is the quickest way. Good.
2,
The restaurants are much more expensive than I thought.
The restaurants are much more expensive than I thought.
3,
The ones downtown are the worst.
Okay, the ones downtown are the worst.
4,
It's as cheap as fast food, but it's a lot better.
Okay, it's as cheap as fast food, but it's all better. Okay, give me 1 minute. Let's go on to the next one. Says complete the sentence to make recommendations for your own town or city. Okay, this is personal. Esto es personal, ¿no? Vamos, por ejemplo, Guayaquil is the most popular tourist attraction. A ver, vamos, la atracción más turística de aquí de Guayaquil o de Ecuador, podemos decir, ¿o no? Let's see Guayaquil. Veamos de Guayaquil, por ejemplo. The Pearl, la perla, is the most popular tourist attraction. Mentira, pero bueno, vamos colocándola ahí, ¿no? Yeah, in the same way, let's answer this question. Okay, let's complete the sentences to make recommendations for your town. Okay, good. Now we have to complete the question with the correct form of the adjective that we have in parentheses here. Look at the brackets here. So we have to read if there is a comparative or superlative. Okay, so let's go on. Okay, 1 minuto para que puedan hacer, chicos. Vamos. Okay, so let's check the answers. Entonces vamos a revisar. So we have to complete here. A ver, let's complete here the answers here. Let's check. Vamos revisando. So number 1. In your opinion, is a trip to the city as relaxing as a trip to the beach? A ver, ¿por qué va relaxing y no cambia? Porque, a ver, estoy utilizando as. Recuerden que cuando utilizo as, el adjetivo va igual, no va a cambiar. A diferencia de acá, do you think vacations in your country are than going abroad? Y el adjetivo es good. Pero está utilizando la palabra than. Entonces recuerdo el comparativo. Esto es comparativo porque yo sé que cuando estoy hablando de comparativo utilizo than. El comparativo de the good es better. Entonces, si yo reviso, el comparativo de good es better. Comparative, superlative. Comparativo, superlativo. Luego tengo, where is the hottest place in your country? Me dice, where is place in your country? ¿Dónde? En tu país, lugar en tu país. Y dice hot, caliente, más caluroso. Como no estoy comparando, se sobreentiende que si no comparo, es un superlativo. El lugar más caluroso, the hottest place in your country. Ok, listo, y colocamos the hottest. Hot. ¿Y cómo sabemos cuando terminen consonante, vocal, consonante? Tiene una sola sílaba y es una vocal corta, hot. Yo no digo hot, digo hot. Cuando es esto, se duplica la última consonante. So, the hottest place in your country. Do you think traveling by car is as expensive as traveling by train? Ya, estamos utilizando as, el adjetivo no cambia, ya lo sabemos. Do you think vacations with friends are more enjoyable than family's vacations? Bueno, ya veo than, this is comparative, comparativo, pero aquí no voy a colocar er, sino que como está el adjetivo que tiene más de 2 sílabas, recuerden que en comparativo cuando tiene más de 2 sílabas, utilizo more. Cuando es comparativo que tiene más de 2 sílabas, utilizo more. ¿Ok? And in your opinion, what is the thing about a vacation? Tengo el adjetivo bad. Asimismo, veo que no está comparando. Entonces, esto es superlativo. El superlativo de bad, reviso, worst. Y ya saben que en este caso tiene que ir the worst. Si no está escrito, hay que colocarlo. Lo mismo con than. En este caso, than, aquí está escrito, pero en un caso digamos que no está. Pero yo veo que están comparando. Vacaciones. Entonces debo escribirlo than, en el caso que no esté. Lo mismo sucede aquí. What is the worst thing about a vacation? Ok, comparative superlative. Vamos a la siguiente página. So here we have staycation or vacation. Okay, so we can match the activities in the box with the picture with adjective. Let's go to the page 138. Vamos directo a la página 138 para ver el vocabulario. Yeah. Vacations, here we got. Aquí lo tenemos aquí abajito. Vacation activities. Complete the chart with the words in the box to make phrases. Listen and check. Go, visit, stay at, or reserve, or book. A book. Ahí tenemos que book es un verbo. Vamos a escuchar.
3.5.
A ver, vamos completando.
Go on a guided tour.
Yeah, let me do it this. Vamos a ganar el tiempo to make this video no longer. Entonces, para mientras van escuchando, atentos por favor.
3.5.
Go on a guided tour. Go abroad. Go sightseeing. Go camping. Visit a museum. Visit local attractions. Stay at a resort. Stay at a hotel. Reserve a seat on a train. Book a flight. Reserve a double room.
Okay. So we got go on a guide tour, go abroad, go sightseeing, go camping, visit a museum, visit local attractions, stay at a resort, or stay at a hotel, and reserve or book. Yeah, book a seat on the train, a flight, a double room. Okay, reserve or book. Okay, then we got to match the sentences. We're gonna listen and check. Vamos a escuchar cada oración.
3.6.
Y vamos con, ustedes tienen que escribirla, ¿no? Con la letra que corresponde. Igual vamos viendo. Escuchen, por favor.
3.6. 1,
We always sunbathe on the beach. I like relaxing and listening to the ocean.
2,
I usually buy souvenirs for my family. The local market is the best place to find presents.
3,
You can rent a car for a week. It's a good way to see the countryside.
4,
On vacation, we usually eat out every night. It's expensive, but we like to try the local food.
5,
Let's have a barbecue on the weekend. The weather looks good.
6,
I sometimes pack my suitcase a week before we go. That way I don't forget anything.
Okay, good. Let's go on. So that's it. Let's go back to the page 24. Volvamos a la página 24. So here we got discussions, okay? Some questions to discuss. But let's see here. Identifying key points. When people speak, listen for important things they say. Okay, importantísimo. Cuando escuchamos a personas hablar, escuchemos esas palabras claves. They usually emphasize the most important ideas. Por lo general, enfatizan, ¿no? Las ideas más importantes. After an important idea, they sometimes give an example or more information. That's very common. So you have to find the key words in the questions and listen very carefully when the speaker talks about them. Okay, so you got this exercise here. Tienen estos ejercicios. We're going to watch the videos here. You got exercise. Tienen el ejercicio. Exercise 4, 5, and 6. Vamos a ver el video. A ver qué tal dices. Let's listen first the first part, okay? Vamos a ver la primera parte. Let's watch, sorry, the first part. Let's go on.
Hi, I'm Penny Abernathy, and welcome back to Learning Curve in New York. What do you think of when you hear the words on holiday or vacation? Do you think of sunbathing on empty beaches, going sightseeing, or having adventures abroad? Visiting museums and buying souvenirs? Are you a super planner, or do you like to go on holiday without a plan? Going on holiday or taking a vacation isn't always relaxing. Planning where to go can take a lot of time. Traveling abroad is often expensive, and it's difficult to find good prices or convenient times for flights. And then you finally arrive and you're very tired, only to find the hotel bed is uncomfortable. Travel can be stressful, so maybe it's better to have a staycation. That's right. A staycation is a holiday where you stay at your own home. Imagine no planes to catch, no queues at the airport. On a staycation, You don't need to pack a suitcase. You can make time to eat out at your favorite restaurant or drive to the beach. Or don't go anywhere. Stay at home and read a book. Remember, a staycation means it's time to get away from your daily routine. Turn off your mobile, relax, sleep late, visit friends. You're free. Let's talk to some of our viewers. We have a video conference call from Terry and Carol on holiday in Scotland. Terry and Carol, what are your thoughts on staycations?
Okay, that is the first part here. Let's move. Okay. That is the first part. So we have to watch again and choose the key points mentioned. Okay, ¿cuáles son esos puntos clave que menciona? Okay. So here, vacations, they need planning and so on. Okay, let's see here. Veamos, let's see here. The key mentions here. Try again. Let's see. Okay, so the key points are vacations need a lot of planning. They can be expensive. You don't have to travel on a vacation, staycation. You can go to your favorite places. You can relax at home. That is a very good way, okay? That's interesting, okay? How we're gonna do it. So vacations need a lot of planning. They can be expensive and so on. So put a tick there, put a check. Now, watch or listen to the second part of the show and check the type of vacation the people are having. A ver qué tipo de vacaciones tienen, un staycation o vacation, okay? Jerry, Carol, Ayoku, and Lisa. Let's see here. Vamos a ver la segunda parte. Atentos. Let's go on.
Hello, Penny! Penny, we're sorry to say this, but we think you're wrong about going on holiday.
What? I am.
Yes, we're on holiday and we're having a wonderful time.
Where are you?
We don't know exactly. Somewhere in the north of Scotland. We packed our rucksack and took a train up the coast.
So what happened?
Well, we hired a car and came to this lovely national park. Apparently it's a popular tourist attraction. It's very crowded in summer, so we came in early winter. It's a bit cold, but the air is very fresh. The screen is breaking up somewhat.
I'm still confused. How am I wrong?
Well, this is better than staycation. We usually stay at home, and it's often boring. So, for the first time, we're on an adventure. And we love camping, and, well, this is very exciting.
Well, I am glad I'm wrong sometimes. Let's talk to my co-host Ethan. He's out on the street with Ayoku.
I'm Ethan from Learning Curve, and I'm here with Ayoku. So, Ayoku, tell us, are you on vacation?
Yeah, that's right.
And where are you from?
Here.
You mean the United States?
I mean, here. I live upstairs in this building, and I have 2 weeks off from work.
Ah, so you're having a staycation.
Yeah, it's a great escape from it all.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm home, but I'm doing all the things I don't usually have time to do.
Like what?
Meeting friends and family, going to my favorite museum. Last night, I went to a concert. I'm going sightseeing in my own city.
That sounds great. So, is this normal for you? What did you do for your vacation last year?
No. Last year, I took a trip. I went on a tour with the tour group. Every day we went somewhere new. We stayed in hotels, saw the local attractions. It was actually very stressful because everything was planned. This is so much better. I just come outside every day and do exactly what I want. I thought about going to the beach, but it's almost an hour away. I don't want to take the metro.
Well, this certainly is a very nice place to sit and think. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me on your staycation.
Come by anytime. I'll be here all week.
Okay.
I think Ethan is talking to another viewer.
This is Lisa. She's also on a staycation, but she's taking her cousins around the city.
I love New York. When my family visits, I take them to places that many tourists never see.
What kinds of places?
Well, look over here. Do you see that building? My boyfriend lives there. There's a beautiful garden on the roof. The view is amazing, so I take people there. And down that street, there's a streetcar that serves great sandwiches. Tourists don't know things like that.
I could go for a snack.
Come with me.
Whoa, that's the Empire State Building.
That's our plan tomorrow.
And that's a real New Yorker on a staycation. So, what's better, a staycation or a vacation? Penny, what do you think?
You know, Ethan, I'm probably taking a staycation when I next have some free time. That's 6 months from now. But which do you think is better? We hope you enjoyed this episode of Learning Curve. See you next time.
Okay, see you next time. So we got here, watch the second part of the show, and we have to choose the type of vacation that people are having. Okay, so we get the show here. Let's see, let's go. Hurry up. So, number one, Terry and Carol are on vacation. Cute. Well, give me 1 second. Okay, give me 1 minute, un minutito. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. Continuamos. Ahora sí. Okay, so we got Terry and Carol vacations, Yoku staycation, and Lisa staycation, okay? Now, let's go to the next exercise here. Vamos al otro ejercicio. It says here. Watch, again, we have to mark, in this case, we have to choose true or false. So we're gonna zoom in here. Let's see here, true or false again. And let's see the answer. So number one, Terry and Carol are having a bad time on holiday. That's false. They're in Ireland. False. That's false. They think staycations can be boring. True. Ayoku has 2 weeks of work. True. Okay. 5, he wants to spend the time relaxing at his apartment. False. Last year he went on vacation, but he didn't relax much. That's true. Lisa's cousins have come to visit her in New York. That's true. She prefers to show them popular tourist attractions. False. Okay, we get here. Now let's go. Well, listening builder. Sentence stress. English speaker usually stress the most important words in a sentence. You can usually understand the general idea if you only hear this word. That is important when you listen. Cuando uno escucha, no busque la idea principal y por lo general hacen énfasis en eso. A staycation is a vacation where you stay at your own home. You can make time to eat out at your favorite restaurant or drive to the beach. Okay, so read the listening builder. Look at the words in sentences 1 to 5 from the show. Can you understand the general ideas? Okay, let's practice. Vamos a practicar, por favor. Let's listen this. Vamos a escuchar.
3.9. 1,
We hired a car and came to this lovely national park.
2,
We usually stay at home, and it's often boring.
3,
I'm doing all the things I don't usually have time to do.
4,
It was actually very stressful because everything was planned.
5,
When my family visits, I take them to places that many tourists never see.
Good. Okay, let's check the answers here. Well, we're gonna check the answers. Let's try again. So let's see. We hired a car and came to this lovely national park. We usually stay at home and it's often boring. I'm doing other things I don't usually have time to do. It was actually very stressful because everything was planned. When my family visits, I take them to the places that many tourists never see. Okay, good. These are the answers. Let's go to the next page. This is a discussion here, but we're going to continue. 3C, a traveler late. Okay, read the introduction here. Oops. So we have to read the introduction to the text. Look at the pictures. Answer the questions in pair. Okay, according to the test, we have to answer. So read and answer. Lea y conteste las preguntas, chicos. Answer the questions. You got it? ¿Lo tienen? So let's check the answers. 1. How long do you think Alistair trip took? Okay, Alistair trip took 4 years. Okay. 2. How many countries do you think he visited? He visited 60 countries. 3. What type of problem do you think he had on the trip? It was impossible for him to ride his bike all the way. His bike broke down. He couldn't afford to stay at nice hotels and take a shower. And in Siberia, he had to travel in freezing weather conditions. Okay. 4. What kind of person do you think Ulcers is? Suggest answers. Okay. Brave, courageous, adventurous, daring, determined, strong. And would you like to go to your own adventure? Well, this is a student's answer. This is personal. Esto es personal. Ustedes responden personalmente. Why or why not? ¿Por qué o por qué no? Okay, that's personal, the last question. Okay, let's go on. Then we have, in pairs, answer the questions, read the text again, and check your answers. Vamos a contestar más preguntas. Well, we don't have a space here. No tenemos mucho espacio ahí, pero para que sepan, vamos. Why didn't he ride his bike the whole time? He wasn't allowed to ride his bike in Egypt. He had to travel in a truck. Okay, that's it. 2, how did he get a new bike? Yeah, strangers bought Alistair a new bike so he could continue his journey. That's good. Give me 1. 3, what were his accommodations like? Accommodations were basic because he didn't have enough money to stay in had nice hotels. And 4, where did he experience the worst weather? The worst weather was in Siberia, Russia. Okay, that's the answers. Now we have to complete the sentence with the correct verbs. Check your, well, wait, let's describe here and let's finish here. Yeah, so we're gonna put here, zoom in here, try again. I'm gonna put here again. Try again. Try again. And let's see the answers. Yeah, so we got here. 1, he was crossing the Arizona desert when his bike broke down. 2, they were riding their bikes through Siberia. Ulcers were frozen. Okay. And then we got the sentences here. Which verb describe completing action in the past? Broke, frozen. And which verb describe action that happened in the time of the completed action? Was crossing, were reading. Okay, so we're gonna see the grammar box. Y aquí vamos a ver el siguiente tema gramatical, así que muy atentos, por favor, chicos. So here in the grammar box we have, aquí en el grammar box tenemos past continuous and simple past. Bueno, ya hemos visto el pasado simple, sabemos los verbos regulares, irregulares, ok, we know that, ya sabemos eso. Pero el pasado continuo, ¿es igual que el presente continuo? Casi, en estructura sí, solamente que obvio, como dice pasado, voy a utilizar el verbo to be en pasado. O sea, was studying, were studying, were playing, was or were. Para hacer oraciones en pasado continuo. ¿Y cuándo se utiliza? ¿Ya? So, actions in progress and a time in the past. ¿Ok? Cuando hay acciones que están progresando en un tiempo en el pasado, cosas que están sucediendo, pero en el pasado. Okay, was studying. Alistair Humphrey was studying to become a teacher. Estaba estudiando. O estuvo estudiando para convertirse en un profesional. En el pasado lo estuvo haciendo. Actions in progress when a complete action happened. Ok, algo en progreso cuando una acción ya ha pasado. Por ejemplo, the police stopped him while he was traveling through Egypt. La policía lo detuvo cuando él estaba viajando a Egipto. He was traveling through Egypt when the police stopped him. Él estaba viajando cuando la policía la detuvo. So that is past continuous. Eso es pasado continuo. Okay? So you got some sentences here. Aquí hay algunas oraciones. Vamos a escuchar.
3.11. 1.
I was driving home at 6 o'clock yesterday evening.
2.
They were working hard when I got to the office.
3.
It didn't rain while Anita was staying in Seattle.
4.
What were you doing at 8 o'clock this morning?
Okay? Good. So I was driving home at 6 yesterday evening. They were working hard when I got to the office. It didn't rain while Anita was staying in Seattle. What were you doing at 8 this morning? ¿Qué estabas haciendo a las 8 esta mañana? ¿Sí? Algo pasado, pero que estaba en progreso. Okay? So that is past continuous, pero eso es pasado continuo. Now, let's go to exercise 7. Vamos a ir al ejercicio 7. And we have to choose the correct form of the verbs to complete the conversation. Vamos a escuchar y vamos a completar correctamente el texto que está. Well, there is a dialogue. Es un diálogo.
3.12.
Did I ever tell you about how I met a museum guide in Boston?
No, I don't think so.
It was in 2012. While I was traveling around the U.S., I was waiting for a train to New York City. But I was hungry, so I went to a cafe to buy a sandwich. While I was sitting there, a man at another table got up and left his wallet.
Oh no! What did you do?
I ran after him and gave him the wallet back. But the funny thing is, when I got to the platform later, the same man was waiting for the train.
Really?
Yes, and he was a museum guide at the Museum of Natural History in New York City. He offered to show me around to thank me for returning his wallet. The museum was amazing.
Really amazing. Okay, so let's see here. So you got, let's check the answers here. Try again. Try again. So let's see here. So did I ever tell you about how I met a museum guy in Boston? No, I don't think so. It was in 2012 while I was traveling around the US. I was waiting for a train to New York City, but I was angry, so I went to a cafe to buy a sandwich. While I was sitting there, a man at another table got up and left his wallet. Oh no, what do you do? I ran after him and gave him the wallet back. But the funny thing is, when I got to the platform later, the same man was waiting for the train. Really? Yes. He was a museum guide at the Museum of Natural History in New York City. He offered to show me around to thank me for returning his wallet. The museum was amazing. Okay, that is past continuous, past simple. Pasado continuo, pasado simple. Okay, está mezclado ahí. Let's go to the next one. Vamos a irnos ya a las últimas páginas. So, be careful, ¿no? Mucho cuidado con ese tema, pasado continuo. Vamos, a ver, antes de continuar, vamos viéndolo también por aquí. Past continuous. Vamos recordando un poquito. When we talk about past continuous, cuando hablamos del pasado continuo, lo primero es la estructura. Subject, verb to be, primero sujeto, verbo to be, y bueno, el verbo con ing. I was talking, he was eating, we were fighting, ¿ok? Es muy común escuchar esto. Miren, we often use the past continuous with the word when to talk about two things that were happening at the same time. Utilizamos pasado continuo con when. I was talking on the phone when the doorbell rang. Estaba hablando por teléfono cuando el timbre sonó. La acción que está sucediendo en ese momento en el pasado. Y bueno, y la acción que ha terminado, ¿no? The doorbell rang, sonó, el teléfono sonó. When the phone rang, I was eating dinner, estaba comiendo la merienda. Cuando el teléfono sonó, when the phone rang. Okay, there is another way to see the past continuous. Ya, pero bueno, es importante recordar la estructura más que todo. I need the verb to be, necesito verbo to be y por supuesto el verbo con ing, ing. ¿Ok? Vamos viendo más palabras de vocabulario that we have here. Okay, discuss question. Look at the pictures. A to F and order from 1 to 6. Hay que ordenarlas de la 1 a la 6. Bueno, pero no hay cómo ordenarlas. Bueno, vamos a colocar el número ahí en grande. Vamos a ver. From 1 to
3.13.
In 2013, Martin Hendon was living in London. One morning, he was having a quick breakfast when he received a letter from his best friend Tony. It was an invitation to Tony's wedding in Naples, Italy, in 2 weeks. So Martin quickly booked a flight and bought a new suit. The day before the wedding didn't start well. Martin was waiting patiently at the airport when he saw that his flight was cancelled. He caught a later flight that night and arrived in Naples early the next morning, but he was very tired and accidentally took the wrong suitcase. When he opened it up in his hotel room, he found someone else's clothes. He ran down the street desperately looking for a new suit, but it was a Sunday and the stores were still closed. Just then, he recognized a passenger from his plane walking slowly down the street. She was carrying a suitcase the same color as Martin's. He asked her politely to open it, and there was Martin's new suit inside. He changed his clothes and took a taxi to the wedding. When Martin arrived, he opened the door nervously. Inside, everyone was waiting for the wedding to begin. Tony looked at him and smiled. He was only a few minutes late.
Let's see. That is the order. Ahí está el orden correcto, no? Well, there was a wedding invitation. Then he flight. Yeah. Well, he booked a flight here. Then he got the dress. Then at the airport, maybe they have the same bag, so they confuse. And she get his backpack, well, his luggage here. And well, when he opened it, he found a dress. By the moment he want to hire a new coat here, a new jacket, I forgot the name of this. Well, I forgot it. A suit. Okay. When he got the new suit, he saw the old lady and he just changed his bag again and he finally arrived to the wedding on time. Okay. Good. So then we got complete the test with the correct form of the verbs in the box. Okay, we're going to listen. We got the verbs here. Tenemos los verbos aquí. Vamos a completar con el verbo en la forma correcta.
3.13.
Let me put here.
In 2013,
Let's do it with time. Vamos a hacerlo por el tiempo. Vamos a hacerlo un poquito más rápido. So check the answers.
3.13.
In 2013, Martin Hendon was living in London. One morning, he was having a quick breakfast when he received a letter from his best friend Tony. It was an invitation to Tony's wedding in Naples, Italy, in 2 weeks. So Martin quickly booked a flight and bought a new suit. The day before the wedding didn't start well. Martin was waiting patiently at the airport when he saw that his flight was cancelled. He caught a later flight that night and arrived in Naples early the next morning, but he was very tired and accidentally took the wrong suitcase. When he opened it up in his hotel room, he found someone else's clothes. He ran down the street desperately looking for a new suit, but it was a Sunday and the stores were still closed. Just then, he recognized a passenger from his plane walking slowly down the street. She was carrying a suitcase the same color as Martin's. He asked her politely to open it, and there was Martin's new suit inside. He changed his clothes and took a taxi to the wedding. When Martin arrived, he opened the door nervously. Inside, everyone was waiting for the wedding to begin. Tony looked at him and smiled. He was only a few minutes late.
Okay, he was only a few minutes late. So, okay, they got past, continuous, and past simple. Pasado continuo, pasado simple, ¿no? Cuando la acción estaba sucediendo en ese momento en el pasado y cuando ya había terminado, ¿no? So, we got this. So, match the paragraph we're on exercise 3 with a description. A ver, tenemos the problem, resolution, background, and ending. El problema, la resolución, el background, o sea, el tema de fondo, who, when, and where, and the ending, y el final de una historia. Por lo general, siempre sucede así. So, we got here. So, first of all, we got in this case here, we got here the background. Who, when, and where. ¿Quién, dónde, cuándo? Ese es el background. Ya, el fondo. Then we got the problem. En una historia nos muestra el problema, the problem. Then we got the resolution. How we solve the problem. Cómo resolvimos ese problema. And the end. What happened in the end. How he felt. Los sentimientos al final. Lo que sucedió, ¿no? Cómo termina todo. Okay, so that is really important because when we're writing a narrative, cuando escribimos una historia, when you write a story, make it easy to follow an interest. Fácil para entenderlo, okay? Tell the story in chronological order. Vamos en una historia en orden, por supuesto, con orden cronológico. Organize your ideas in 4 paragraphs. Ojo, eso lo tienen en el examen. En 4 párrafos, ¿sí? Tal como lo describe. You got the background, ya saben, who, when, where. The problem, the resolution, the ending. Cuando escriban una historia. Use adjective and adverb to make the text more interesting. Bueno, hay que usar adjetivos, todas las palabras que hemos visto, adverbios para hacer la historia mucho más interesante, ¿no? So, complete the sentence from Martin's story. Check your answers in the text. Okay, so we got here. Number 1, let me do this, submit here, let me do this, try it again, submit. Okay, so one morning he was having a quick breakfast. Martin quickly booked a flight. Okay, quickly. That is number 1. So, which word is an adjective and describe a noun? Quick. Which word is an adverb and describe a verb? Quickly. What letters do we add to most adjective to make an adverb? ly. Eso ya lo habíamos visto anteriormente, pero ya de una manera más separada. Sabemos que un adjetivo describe al sustantivo. Ok, he was having a quick breakfast. Un desayuno rápido. ¿Ya? Martin quickly booked a flight. Quickly, en cambio, es un adverbio. El adverbio describe el verbo. O sea, registró, reservó un vuelo rápidamente. Se lo hizo muy rápido, reservó esto. Eso es un adverbio. El adjetivo modifica el sustantivo y el adverbio modifica al verbo. Para convertir un adjetivo a un adverbio se agrega por lo general ly, quickly. ¿Ok? Ojo importantísimo. Entonces aquí tienen los adjetivos. Use the adverb of manner to say how someone does an action. Martin was waiting patiently at the airport. Martin estaba esperando pacientemente en el aeropuerto. Bueno, tenemos los adjetivos, ¿no? Quiet, quietly, slow, slowly, los más comunes. What happened ending in Y with the adjective, los adjetivos que terminan en Y, happy, happily, angry, angrily. Bueno, cambiamos la Y por la latina. Y por supuesto, hay irregulares, adjetivos irregulares al convertirlos en adverbios. Good, well, no se dice goodly, no se dice well. Fast, fast, hard, hard. It doesn't change. Adverb of manner come to the end of the phrase. ¿Ya? Los adverbios de manera, ok, the adverb of manner, van al final de la frase, ¿no? He speaks Spanish well. ¿Ya? He was waiting patient. Yeah, be careful of this. So let's see. Read the text and choose the correct word to complete the first paragraph of another story. Ok, veamos si es un adjetivo o un adverbio. Entonces, let's see here. An adjective or an adverb. Vamos. Try again. Let's see here. So, Ana Carvalho is from Goiânia, Brazil. Goiânia, I think. But in 2015, he was living in São Paulo where she was studying hard. Studying hard. No hardly, no. In college. Eso es un adjetivo irregular, ¿no? Hard. No cambia. After, ojo, bueno, mucho ojo con esto, hard. Bueno, aquí es hard. Her exam, she was waiting nervously for the result, but she was also very happy because it was her birthday in 2 days. She planned to go home to celebrate with her friends and family in Goiânia, and Anna was very practical. And the night before the flight, packed her suitcase, carefully checked to make sure she had her passport and ticket, and slept well. Okay? Adjective adverbs. Adjetivos adverbios, por favor. Now, here we can match phrases 1 to 6 from the picture with the pictures A to F. And this is what happened to Ana Carvalho. Okay, so let's see here. You got here the pictures. Let's see here. Oops. Oh, I got. Put here. I think we cannot check here. Bueno, vamos viendo. Vamos rapidito por tiempo. He says, apologize and give her ticket to Gonya. Okay, so we got A here. Begin to worry on the plane. Okay, that's letter C. Realize that the plane is flying to Gonya. Realize. Okay, in this case, he got a bad ticket here. Maybe letter D. Receive the exam result at third party. Okay, we got here the exam result, letter F. Not hear her correctly. Not hear her correctly. Okay, that's letter B. Ask which K is from Gonya. It's letter E. Oh, A, that's better. A, this one. Apologize and give her a ticket to Gonya. That's letter E. This is 1E, 2C, 3D, 4F, 5B, and 6A. Okay, so that's better. Okay. So, with that we finish. Con eso hemos terminado la parte de la unidad número 3. Como siempre, les pido que realicen el workbook para practicar y revisar cada ejercicio. Ok. We see you in class. Nos vemos en clase. Bye, bye.